Hey, this is Lia Givenchy kicking it with Street Fame Magazine.
All right, so I'm here with Lia Givenchy on the line right now. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who don't know you, and go ahead and speak to your fans.
Hey, what's up? You know what it is? It's your girl Lia Givenchy, Miss Beethoven out of Brooklyn in the building.
Okay.
It's never not working.
All right. All right. So first thing first, for the people who don't know you, go ahead and give them a little introduction to yourself.
Well, from out of New York. Actually, I was born and raised in Guyana, family Brazilian and Guyanese. Came to the U.S. a couple years ago to do music. Um, I would say a lot of people like to compare me a lot of the times to like Remy or Foxy, sometimes Jim, but I tend to feel like I have my own little island flair, my little southern flair. Um, but yeah, just female songwriter, artist, everything.
All right, that's good. That's good. I mean, definitely New York. Being that you're from New York, I would say that most people that's from the same city or state are gonna have some similarities.
Yes.
It don't
You would
mean
say that. And growing up, I used to love listening to Lil Kim and Foxy and stuff like that. So being influenced by them, I would say, it's a given.
okay. How long have you been doing music?
Well, I've been writing music and doing it all my life, but I would say professionally, for about 6 years now.
Okay, and how did you go about getting that started? Like, what pushed you, what inspired you, or motivated you to go ahead and do that?
Well, I've always wanted to do music. I've always wanted to do music. And when I came to the States, initially that's what I wanted to do. But I just felt like in the female genre, there wasn't a diversity. Like almost everyone was kind of like copycatting the next person. And being, having a universal sound and being able to touch different genres, I felt like I had something to contribute to it that was very unique. So I just started, like I said, I started writing initially for artists, and then in 2015, I just decided to step out.
All right, so you started as a songwriter. You got any names you want to drop, or we're gonna keep that concealed?
I didn't quite hear you.
You say you started as a writer. I said, do you have any artists that you wanna, put out there, or you want to keep that concealed?
Well, it was Main Street artists, so it's like I had NDAs and stuff that I had to sign, so
That's
I
what I
can't really
figured.
put it out there. But I would say this: I did write for more males than females.
Really?
And it's just, and then eventually I just figured, hey, if I'm doing it for them, why not just do it for myself?
Hey, that's what's up. So how did you go about being a songwriter? Did you just like start writing and start sending it off, or like how did you do that?
No, actually, shout out to Shakedown, Red Cafe, that whole
Yeah, Red
squad,
Cafe. Yeah.
Ice Dawn. I used to be running with them, so
Okay.
those were like my family introduction to mainstream music.
Okay.
So let's use those connections and just kind of make it work.
All right. So to talk about you and yourself, I listened to some of your music, and I would say, to me, you don't sound like the other artists that you named. I mean, you sound like you got your own sound.
That's what I'm saying. It's like being influenced just means okay. You see other women that came before you do it, and you know that okay, the world love it, and you have your own flavor, your own sound that you could put to it. And I think the diversity or what separates me from other people's music is not being born or raised in New York per se.
Okay.
Like my family's from Guyana. My dad family's from Brazil. So samba, reggae, soca, stuff like that was the things that we grew up on. So it kind of like it heavily influenced a lot of the stuff that I do. Like I always try to put in a little island twist into anything, even if it's a hip hop or R&B record.
I got it. So how hard is it? I guess how hard was it for you as a female? I mean, because right now it seems like the female scene is pretty much popping right now. So how
Mhm.
hard is it for you to really separate yourself and shine?
Like I said, I think it's because I'm not a cookie cutter artist,
Hmm.
and I came from writing.
Okay.
No shade to a lot of the girls, but a lot of them don't write their stuff. So
Got
if
it.
somebody submit a dope song, they'll hop on it because it sounds good. Most of my music come from a real place,
Okay.
and I sit and pen my music. So, and like I said, being influenced from a universal standpoint, I can put an international flavor or feeling to my records. Whereas most of the girls sound like they're from the South,
Mm-hmm.
sound like they're from New York, sound like from whatever region they're from. So they
Okay.
can't break out of that because that's all they know. That's what
Understandable.
separates me from everybody else.
I understand that. So how did you like? I guess the move from Guyana to New York, like, was that your family move or was it like a move that you made for yourself?
Actually, no. I came here as a child with my mother.
Okay.
Being born out there, there's not much opportunities, especially in the field that I wanted, which is entertainment. So, for a better life, my family came over here, and the rest is history.
Okay. And you making history right now. So let's talk about some of your music. You working on anything big right now, like an album, a single, like what you working on?
Well, April 1st, I actually released my first song of the year, which is called Deception. It's doing pretty well.
Okay.
It's a totally different type of feat they used to, and it's funny that they're really loving this particular song because, I just took it back to that reggae vibe, but still kept that hip hop feel to it.
Okay.
So it's doing pretty well. But it is part of a project. I have my Givenchy Code project that's going to be coming out very soon.
Okay.
So that's going to be a mixtape that we're going to be dropping. Maybe like the end of the month or like the first week in June. Tomorrow, actually, I'm hosting a mixtape for DJ New Era. It's called Faded Cap Low, Volume 96. So that's going to be dropping tomorrow. But it's a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff. This COVID-19 got everybody in the house. It just got me working, though.
Yeah, it's got me working too, but I know what you mean. It's definitely slowing things down a little bit, but I'm doing what I can, but it is definitely making things difficult on my end.
It is.
But
like you drop a project, you want to be doing straight radio promotion, radio
Mhm.
runs. You want to be interacting with your fans on a more personal level and stuff. You can't do none of that. So
Yeah.
there's got to be innovative to find different ways.
Definitely. So how New York treating you? How's like the stations? They dealing they listening to you. What's going on with that?
Well, New York is going to be New York. You get as much, plays as the connect that you make. And then as the fans demand the song, then it starts to pick up. But New York always show love.
Okay.
But shout out to like Houston and Dallas and places like that. And Alabama, they show a lot more love than New York, to be honest. But either way, it's just building that fan base one at a time.
Understandable. All right, so if someone pick up like I guess your music or log into your your SoundCloud or your YouTube or whatever channel you have to promote your music, what could they expect?
A roller coaster of emotions. Depends on which one. If they go on like SoundCloud, it's all my music handle is the same, which is my name, LiaGivenchy, Lia Givenchy, however you want to say it.
Okay.
A roller coaster of emotions because initially, like my sound when I first came out was very, stern and very aggressive with the bars and the punchlines and stuff. But then I realized quickly that my female demographic, not everybody always want to be hard and tough.
Got it.
All of a lot of them are soft and pink. A lot of them are vulnerable. A lot of them love their man. A lot of them, forgive cheating and taking back and all different type of stuff. So I just kind of like started putting more realness into my music, or more, stuff that people could relate to, things that I actually been through, more of my life experience into my music, and it just kind of like, gave me this diverse body of work.
Okay. So with that being said, like as far as the female side of things, you said with emotions and everything, and as far as being a female, I mean, it's like how would you feel like that is compared to being a guy in the industry right now?
It's very competitive. It's super competitive because for years, the industry or the powers that be always try to make it feel like they're going to be one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a whole plethora of different females that is, all winning in whatever they're doing. But it does make it a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a female, we don't have that wiggle room to just grow in the industry. As soon as you come out, they compare you to one person or the other.
Understandable.
and you gotta be perfect because, like, okay, right away. Whereas the guys, like, you could have 100 little pumps, you could got 100 little yachties,
Yeah, you're right.
Nobody's
You're right.
comparing them to Drake. Nobody, they're giving them chance to grow.
You're right.
Like, you'd have a Don Q. He came out how many years ago?
Yeah.
Nobody's comparing him to Meek. You know what I mean? But as soon as the female comes out, oh, she's compared to Meek. Oh, she want to be met. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. You're right. I gotta agree with you on that one. Definitely, because it's like always a comparison. Like when it comes to female artists, I can't say that.
Instant. They don't give them a chance to grow. They don't give you a 3-4 year to be like, oh, I saw her doing her work, grinding. It's instantly, can she compete with that?
I understand.
Come on, it's not fair.
Yeah. So you're right about that. So let's talk about like a little bit more about yourself. Like, so, what's a day in the life?
A day in the life of Lia Givenchy. Very quiet, to be honest.
Okay.
Let's say this whole Corona stuff wasn't happening. A day in the life would be get up, check my emails first thing, reach out to my manager, see what he got going on, see what, whatever probably came to him, depending, probably hit the gym a little bit, then try to get into, maybe like, I'm always trying to do like an hour or so writing, whether it's writing to a specific song or just coming up with content in my mind and then just putting it in my phone. Just creating like that. Might have stuff like this, like radio interview, or maybe reaching out with my marketing team, doing strategies, talking to them, trying to find out where we gotta beef stuff up, just basically stuff like that. So that's an average day. Like, I'm honestly never not working. There's never a time where I'm just sitting idle, ever.
So you don't get the Netflix and chill moment.
I mean, like right now with the COVID, because you can't move,
you got no choice.
A lot of those moments. I'm stealing a lot of those moments on purpose. But I know as soon as the outside open, we out there.
Yeah, you back out there, like. So what you like to watch when you be on your Netflix and chill? What you into, like reality shows, like horror flicks? So what you into?
I'm big into horror flicks.
I
love horror.
Okay.
But I like scary movies, but I don't like the stuff that could be real. Like, I don't like shark stuff. I don't like snake stuff. Anything that could actually happen. Ghosts, I watch Ghosts all day. But you're not going to scare me with no shark, because I'll never take a cruise. Like, nah. I'm good on that.
You funny for that one.
Nah, nothing that can happen for real. Like, nope.
Okay.
Or you're driving in the middle of nowhere, your car break down, wrong turn. Nope, we ain't
I got
that
you.
either.
You ain't know none of that. Yeah, you funny. I like that. All right, so if you had a chance to like work with any artist like in the industry right now, like what's some? Well, I'm not gonna say one. What's some artists that you would be interested in working with?
Some artists. I definitely got to work with Chris Brown. Definitely. He's one of my favorite artists. Definitely would love to work with maybe like Nicki.
Okay.
Even Remy. I love Remy, so I definitely want to work with her.
Okay.
I love The Weeknd. His stuff is amazing. Miguel.
Okay.
Stuff is amazing. Yeah, just a couple of them.
Okay.
G-Eazy, I think is pretty dope too. So, yeah.
All right. Okay. So you being an artist, do you listen to other artists still, or you just kind of stick to your own music?
I have to like the artist stuff
to
listen to it. What I try to do is not get programmed, because when you get programmed, next thing you know, you come out sounding like someone.
Yeah.
So I like to do my independent study and my independent homework on artists, but I don't follow the trend. Like, I just set my own. But I do listen to other artists, and I listen to a lot of independent artists.
Okay.
And you'd be surprised. Some of the most dope music that you would ever hear and has good replay time is a lot of independent artists.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not all commercialized and watered down. They're not trying to do it for the industry. They're doing it, from their heart, I guess.
Not only that, you're not programmed to a song.
Yeah.
You're not programmed. So if you really like that artist song, it's because the song is really good.
I got you.
Not because you heard it 100 times and then, the radio station or somebody humming it in the office told you to like it.
Got it.
You listen to it, you got the substance from it, and you keep going back. Songs like those and artists like those keep, I put them in my playlist, and they would get plays forever from me because their songs spoke to me.
Okay, so that probably keep you sharp on your music as well, huh?
Definitely does.
Yeah.
Definitely does. You don't want to be so detached that you don't know what's going on around you, or you can't. The shift of the tide, you're not seeing it, so you're just stuck in that one way. No, you definitely got to listen to different artists.
Got it. So a lot of artists that I interview, they suffer from some form of like anxiety, depression, or something going on in their life, and they kind of use music as a way to kind of channel that. Do you suffer with any of those things, or you pretty much just stay focused and
No, I stay focused. Because I'm in such a beautiful space when I'm creating.
Okay.
I'm in such a beautiful. Me personally, like Lia Givenchy personally, like I move through life every day in a way like I don't worry about things I can't control.
Understandable.
So my music, I've always been musical since I was little. I remember one time my uncle told me when I was like 5, he was like, "You're like a music prodigy." I didn't understand what he said. Years after, I asked him what he meant, and doesn't matter what, I can hear a record and the record could be in Korean, it could be in Hindi, it could be in Punjab, doesn't matter the Japanese. If I hear that song twice, I know the song from the first word to the last, all the ad libs, everything. And he's like, "Who in the world don't know the language, but you can sing it?" Because my ear, when it comes to music, is so keen since a kid that I'll do this for free even if I wasn't getting paid to do it. That's why I love it that much. So I don't really use it most therapy. It's just something I love.
Understandable. So are you working with any labels? Are you independent or what's that?
I'm independent right now.
Okay.
But I do own my label, Bartica Records.
Okay.
So all my publishing and stuff like that goes through, all my distribution and stuff goes through Bartica.
Okay.
So, I have a team, so like my manager, my radio promoter, stuff like that, all on the Bartica. So we're straight independent right now.
Okay. That's what's up. That's the move right now. That's how you keep the money in the house.
I mean, initially, eventually we want to get to the point where we have that big deal, but it got to make sense.
It does. It does.
If you're moving around the country and around the world, making money off your own, building that cachet and building that work, by the time they come to the table or try to come and eat at your table, they got to come correct. Opposed to you trying to go to their table and then they give you crumbs,
Okay.
So.
All right. So you definitely, I like what you're doing. You're making a lot of moves, and I like your attitude about it. Because, like I said, you definitely motivated. I talk to a lot of people who, it's just the mindset is just so much different. You got a different kind of mindset. So.
I think when you understand your why, why you're doing something, your mindset could be different. And for me, my why is very important. Like I always tell people, even if you're not an artist, whatever you're in that's making money, understand why you're doing something. And for me, one of my why is being born into poverty. I don't want to make kids into poverty.
Understandable.
So I want to cut generational poverty. Where I was, when I was born, like that's the last generation that's ever going to happen to. We need to create wealth that you could pass on. Like where I came in the world, my children don't need to start from that point. I need to set the trend and set a certain stage for them that they could pick up that baton and keep going. So that's why for me it's like, I'll keep going regardless.
So no matter how much they say you can't do it or you ain't gonna do it or they can't see your vision to see where you're going, you still see it.
I still see it. Shit, 2 Chainz was T-Boy at one point, and he just shut that down and revamped the whole thing.
And it worked.
So, and it worked. So who are you to tell me I can't do it? Don't put your limitations on me. Like, nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah. So do you feel like you got haters, though?
You're going to always have haters no matter what you do, good or bad, so you just got to focus and do you.
Okay.
I don't focus on the negatives.
Okay.
Because, I have over 50-something thousand people follow me. Not all of them going to like me.
Definitely.
Some are just following just because they want to see what you're really doing.
They just lurking.
You know what I mean? They just looking.
I think they be low-key. I think they be like low-key fans. They don't want to, they low-key hater fans,
Right. Yeah, I do have, because I've heard a couple of, like females try to drop certain lingo, certain things, and I don't even worry with it, because I'm like, one of my goals in this music business is also to bring a lot of female artists together.
Okay.
And not separate or beef with them, because it's already a handful of us.
Definitely.
Not even enough of us to be having no damn beef.
Exactly.
So for me, I'm never gonna be like engaging in that type of stuff.
I got it. Look, I'm gonna keep this interview now.
Trust me, you Google and ask anyone in the past 5 years I've been around.
Okay.
Never hear
Don't get too big now. Forget what you said now.
now listen, if you really come for me, if you really jump out the window from the 20th floor, I'll defend myself, but I'm not never going out there and just
I understand.
start picking,
I got you. That's not the way to do it, though. That's definitely not the way to do it. I think by showing love, you'll get a lot further, you know?
Of course. And that's what I get. Like, I'm not friends with a lot of female artists in the industry, but I'm friendly to them. So whenever we in the same room, it's always love.
Okay.
It's never the stare down and the turn the nose up. It's never that, because once you respect people, they respect you.
Understandable.
You know.
I got something to say though, like, and I'm gonna ask you this question because you're the first person I'm gonna ask this question. So I was looking at your pictures, and you a very pretty girl, you know. And how do you feel? Oh, go ahead. How important do you feel like it's to be pretty, like, as an artist? Because do you think like that matters as a female artist?
Yeah, it does. 100%. It does. Because there's unfortunately, this is the genre and the profession that we chose, the entertainment business. Okay. You got to entertain someone. You got to entertain your fans. Either you can entertain them visually, which is stimulating. You could entertain them, with the whole gimmick. However, you just got to be able to keep them. But one big part of being an entertainer or an artist is being marketable. Understandable. And the first thing brands are looking at you is to see if you can sell something, because music don't sell today. Yeah. The way how streamings and all that was situated, no one really makes $1 million off of selling songs no more. Understandable. It's now endorsements. It's now branding. It's a bigger picture than that. So I'll tell any artist, even if it's a male or if one of the main things you got to make sure is that you're visually stimulating in some type of way. You got to get your swag up. Once you're visually stimulating, then people are going to care what you have to say. Fans live their life vicariously through you. Got it. And the girls, when they look at at a female artist, they're looking at the hair, they're looking at the makeup, they're looking at the lashes, they're looking at the nails. Oh my God, I want my body like that. Oh my God, I want that jeans like that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And your fans are living through you. So it is important to be, pretty or attractive, and pretty and attractiveness comes in so many different forms. Understandable. And what you might find as pretty, the next person might not. So it's just being the best version of yourself, basically. Understandable. I got you. Well, I got that cleared up now. So this single, Deception, is what it's called, right? Deception? Yes. So what's Deception all about? Like, where did this come from? When they listen to Deception, what are they gonna get? Once again, it came from a real place. Okay. I have a lot of fans that I'd have private conversations with, whether they email or a DM or something like that. That would never go. I would never go public. But a lot of the times, it was women that feel beaten down. Or feel like they're not good enough to be loved because their boyfriend cheated on them, or their baby father left them, or something. And then they would look at somebody like me and think that I have it all when it comes to the opposite sex. Like, oh, she's so pretty, she's doing music, da-da-da. And definitely nobody ain't gonna ever, you know what I mean? Yeah. They're thinking that you're like an exception. And Deception is like a tribute to my female fans, that to let them know that they're worth everything. It's nothing that they did that could make a man, try to break him down mentally like that. And even me, I went through it. I went through the heartache. I got cheated on before. I forgave infidelity. So once they could see somebody like me and say, okay, you know what? If she could go through that and rise above it, then, maybe I can rise above it too. Maybe, it's not just me. And it helps them with their self-esteem to realize, like, okay, it's not just you. Okay. There's thousands, millions of women out there that go through a lot of this stuff all the time. So I just felt like I needed to be honest with my fans and show that, even Lia Givenchy is horrible. Even she gets cheated on. Yeah.
Okay. They better step it up, though, because you ain't going to take too much more of it now.
You know what? Listen, a guy gonna do what he want to do regardless.
That's what I say about a female, but I got you.
Regardless, but if you as a woman can build that self-esteem and be like, you know what? Yeah, he left, but maybe he wasn't meant for me.
Got it.
And if I could give them that type of hope through my music, then I've done something good.
Understandable. That's totally understandable. So you seeing somebody now?
Right now, no. I'm focused on the music, to be honest.
That's good.
I'm really focused on the music.
All right. Well, for
like,
all the male listeners, she's single. At least for right now.
I'm so focused on the music, I don't have the energy to really give to that.
So she basically saying don't hit her DMs.
First of all, I don't even control it a lot of the times. My manager, my assistant, I have a whole bunch of people that's in there. So you jump out of the window and jump in there.
Okay.
You might be talking to a dude.
You better be careful. Better be careful. All right. Well, I appreciate you, Lia, and do we got a video coming up or anything that's coming up that you want to let the fans know? Hello? 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 Uh-oh, technicalities. Can you hear me? All right, I'll pause the interview. So we got disconnected. I was saying, is there anything like any new videos, any new music, anything coming out that you want to let the fans know about?
Well, right now we're pushing Deception, which I said is a song from my project, Givenchy Code, that's going to be coming out. We're going to be dropping like 3 videos from the project very soon. So it's just a lot of stuff that's we're waiting for this whole Corona stuff to lift to be able to start pushing.
Man.
But yeah, the summer's going to be very, very lit.
As long as they get this under control, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you calling in and taking time to do this interview, and we're gonna do what we can on our end to make sure we help to promote anything that you're doing.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. You guys, I love what y'all doing. It's super, super dope over there. And yeah, everyone, listening could definitely find me on my social media. Handle is the same, LiaGivenchy. Yeah.
Are you streaming on all platforms right now?
Streaming on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, everything, Apple Music, everywhere. Just wherever you type in Lia Givenchy, you'll find it. Pandora, everything.
Okay, that's what's up. Are you on Amazon too?
Yeah, it's everywhere. Every streaming platform you can think about, it's up there. Shazam, everything.
All right, y'all heard it.
All of it.
So ain't no excuse for not listening to your music then.
Yes. Just
no
make
excuse.
sure y'all go check out Deception is out right now. We're pushing it.
All right, thank you.